Hi, I'm Amber. In this podcast, I will share the 2 years journey in AP capstone program and how it transformed the way I think, learn, and see the world. I've always been logical, or sometimes even robotic, believing every question had a clear answer like math. But I didn't realize that mindset will quickly change during AP capstone. In 10th grade, AP seminar introduced us to lenses: ethical, political, environmental, and more. At first, I treated them like writing tools. But when we applied them to real-world issues, something shifted. A law I once saw as neutral looked different depending on who was affected by it. What I used to call complaining suddenly felt like valid voices shaped by individual contexts. That was my first change. When we read the Ministry for the Future, I focused on global policy, but a classmate spoke about refugee trauma. We are all in the same book, same classroom, but in different lens and different truth. I realized that one story could hold many truths, depending on whose eyes you're looking through. That mindset carried into our TMP presentation. I remember sitting at my desk, ready to log in, while Coco, Albert, and Zuyu, my classmates, were laughing and bouncing ideas off each other. I was used to structured thinking, but they were improvising, and it worked. Around me, ideas clashed, collided, and deepened. Learning felt less like solving a problem and more like performing on a stage. By the end of that year, I feel like the world was a theater, and we are the audiences, trying to interpret the drama performing in front of us. But in AP research, I feel like we were the actors of our own stage. I chose to explore how social media influencers affect teenagers' eco-friendly spending. I assume our generation, Gen Z, was the green generation as I grew up learning about these topics at school. But when I read Thomas' paper, which said that teenagers actually engage in fewer sustainable behaviors than both children and adults, I felt a sting of recognition. Were we just resharing climate posts and calling it activism? Had I been doing the same? That's when I remembered Coco's AP research project, how football can act as a shared identity in Brazil's favelas. Different topic, but the same search for meaning and connection. It reminded me that we are all trying to understand how humans respond to problems. This journey didn't make me less logical. It made me more complete. I still value clarity, evidence, and structure, but I've learned that truth is often plural, and stories are told in many voices, just like any drama. And now, whether I'm reading policy, leading research, or just listening to someone's story, I'll carry that lesson with me. Not everything has a single answer, but that doesn't mean the questions are any less worth asking. Thank you for listening.